We're talking about contentment today. This is lesson number 40. Lesson 40. Have you been reading every lesson and following everything every week? I bet your life has already changed a lot. If not, be content with however it is. This is really a wonderful lesson, I think. I spent a lot of my life being anything but content. But it says, if we are content, then we won't strive to improve anything. How do you like that? That's what happened the first time I introduced the idea of contentment. I was teaching this class about contentment. And actually somebody sort of spoke up about the way I used to be. She said, well, if we're content, we won't learn anything new. We won't become better. We won't follow any new rules. We won't take any lessons. We'll just be. I said, oh, really? I think that's what you should be. Content with who you are at this moment. But I spent most of my life making up lists, which, by the way, I still do. But I am a little more careful with them. I used to load them up so much that I would be sure I could never complete everything on my list every day, because then I could beat myself up about it. Oh, you lazy lout. You didn't finish that project. You didn't make that phone call. But now, I believe remaining content is the answer. You see, if you took any one of these lessons and applied it throughout your life, it would indeed change your life. So, it also, by the way, takes away this kind of sense of lack. A lot of people think that when they aren't content with what they have or who they are, it means that they're not achieving enough or they're lacking in something. And lacking is not something we want to think about. We want to be able to see all the beautiful gifts and all the gratitude we can feel about what we have. As I've told you before, we are going through the Yoga Sutras. This is one of the Yoga Sutras. It is called Santosha, and it means contentment. So we're practicing contentment. Here is what it says in the Yoga Vasishta. This is one of the most profound writings about yoga. It says, what is contentment? To renounce all cravings for what is not obtained unsought, and to be satisfied with what comes unsought, without being elated or depressed even by them. This is contentment. Resting in contentment. Allowing ourselves to look inside ourselves, because the truth is the contentment that we can feel can only come from within. Everything out here is something we have constructed from within. And if we choose to see ourselves in a place where we can rest with the universe, or some would say rest in God, then we can feel contentment. Are you feeling contentment today? Can you repeat to yourself in the middle of whatever is happening, I'm content with where I am and what is happening? I hope you can. Now I have to go back to making more lists. I'm joking, just joking. Have a beautiful, content day, and I will see you next week.